Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? As y'all already know, this is the Brainz podcast. We got my man BG31 in the building. Our guy, One Trey Rock. You know what I'm saying? And yours truly, Tone Dishes the second. Man, look, we appreciate y'all for locking in on this live stream. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Really helps the content grow. Really helps everything get everywhere. It helps everyone see everything.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to another episode of the Brainz podcast. I'm one of your hosts, BG31. You can call me the Prophet, and my boy One Trey Rizak. How you doing tonight, Rock?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. North Philly's finest. Let's get it, bro. We got a jam-packed night. Let's get it.
We got a jam-packed night, man. It's gonna be good. So make sure you guys, when you guys are on your way in, hit that like, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Either one of our channels, all will be in the link, and definitely all are in the description. You know, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Eagles getting snubbed in this NFL award ceremony. Not one damn Eagle got nothing, but we the best team with the best players. That's crazy to me. We're gonna definitely get into that. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, obviously, the MAHOMES Jalen debate that's been all over the internet. You know, Travis versus Goddard debate that's been on the internet. We're gonna get a little bit to everything tonight. So you guys make sure you guys smash that like. Let's jump into it, man. You know, last night we had the NFL honors show, and I wanted to go through this, you know what I'm saying? Before we talk about the honors show, I want to give a shout out to at least Fox, you know, because Fox did their awards and they had it right, you know. At least they got the coach of the year right, if anything, you know. They got Nick Sirianni as the coach of the year, you know, and I believe he should have been the coach of the year. Dable had a great season, but he definitely lost 3 times to us. But that is, you know, the Fox's one, but we know that's not the real one that came out. So we're going to get into that. How do you feel about that? You know, how do you feel about the Eagles getting snubbed, not one award to the Eagles?
It's disrespectful, man. It's not even the snub part. In some categories, they didn't have many of y'all dudes even in there. Like Nick Sirianni, they had Nick Sirianni, I think, number 4 in the voting. Bro, we've been the best football team from wire to wire. Hassan Reddick. I mean, I get it. Bosa had 18.5 sacks. Hassan had 17. Bro, but he was a way bigger impact player than Bosa was this year. He really changed the game for us on defense. And for Brandon Graham not to get that comeback player of the year, that one hurt me too. I was like, damn.
Is my mic messed up to you? Sorry about that.
No, I can hear you.
Are we good? All right. But yeah, go ahead.
It feel I understand the little Geno story, but still, I feel like Brandon Graham should have got that easily. The dude tore his Achilles last year. I mean, he 13 years in. He's on the declining side of his career. He had his best season, his best season in the NFL. So, I mean, the disrespect for Philadelphia is just crazy, bro. And I really don't get it. But we not even focusing on that right now. We got bigger plans. I mean, y'all can have y'all little awards. Y'all can have y'all little whatever y'all want to do. The NFL don't respect the Philadelphia Eagles, and nothing we did this year. I mean, we go out and win the Super Bowl, we're going to prove everybody wrong. I hope this lit a fire under the team. I really do. I hope this lit a fire under the team.
And I think it did, man. You see these guys mad. You know, I heard Fletch say he was pissed. You know, Jalen Hurts says he ain't got no opinions about it because, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jalen's just that dude. But the NFL really got it wrong. We don't get into the Patty Mahomes, Jalen Hurts debate. Because I have strong feelings that to me, Jalen's the best, and we're gonna definitely get into that. But other than that, we look at some of these other ones like Rookie of the Year. How do you feel about the Rookie of the Year? The Jets got both players for offense and defense on their team there. You got your boy Sauce Garner, and we got Mr. Wilson. Do you think that was the right decision?
I agree with it. I agree with it. Sauce had a hell of a year this year. He was rated, I think, top three cornerback this year. I mean, in his rookie year. So I agree with the defense. I mean, the offensive is a little up in the air. You could debate that one. I mean, but I don't mind them giving it to Garrett Wilson either. So I mean, I agree with that one, man. They just got a bright future ahead of them, man. All they gotta do is add some more pieces, get a quarterback, like a
Yeah.
real quarterback, and I feel like they're gonna be competing in the AFC for years to come. They got a solid defense, got some good playmakers on offense. Once they get their rookie running back, they're gonna be full throttle. All they need is a quarterback. Zach Wilson is gonna be their downfall, and I think he's really done as that quarterback this year. So. I mean, maybe they get one in the draft. Maybe they go out and get a veteran, but they definitely need a quarterback.
Okay. Yeah, and I like it, man. Though both of those guys balled out this year, For them not to have a quarterback, a real solid quarterback, I think, Wilson did his thing out there. Sauce Gardner was the best cornerback. I think he made first team all pro or something like that this year. He definitely did his thing at the cornerback position this year, for that Jets team. So like you said, like I feel like their defense is there. They got the running game there. You got two solid backs over there. They got the receivers. They definitely need to get a quarterback to really capitalize and start winning some football games. So shout out to the Jets for getting both players. Is that the first time that might be the first time I've ever seen both players, rookie and offensive rookie and defensive player on the same team.
Same team, yeah.
As far as I've been
I
watching.
mean, you had a solid draft.
Yeah. But everybody said that after the draft. They had a great draft there. And, they definitely did their thing. And it showed this year. It showed that they had a good draft. They did their thing, and they won some football games. So shout out to them. Next, we're going to go the air and ground player of the year. We got Jacobs and Burrows. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think Brandon Jacobs was the leading rusher in the NFL this year, I think. It was between him and Nick Chubb, I think. I don't really remember which one was number one. But, I mean, on a bad Raiders team, he did his thing this year. I'm not even going to lie to you. I mean, I love watching dude play football. He's physical. He's diverse. Like, he's versatile. Dude, like, he probably going to have to find another team. He's a free agent this year. He get with a solid football team, man. I don't know if he really commanding a lot of money right now, but if he can get with a sturdy football team, dude's gonna change that program for him because he give you everything out of the backfield. He's a 3-down back, and I agree with it. I feel like he did well this year on the bad Raiders team. Joe Burrow kind of debatable, man. You could have gave that to Pat Mahomes. You could have gave it to a couple dudes. To be honest, you could have gave it to Josh Allen. I mean, Joe Burrow is like the sexy pick right now, and I agree with it. I mean, he's the top 3 quarterback in the NFL. And, I mean, he did his thing this year. It started off slow and turned that season around. And he was a big part of it. So, yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah, Jacobs for sure. Like I said, leading the league in rushing. And all them running backs from Alabama, man, they've been coming out. Woo, they've been popping them out. Bama's been popping out.
Ready?
They've been popping them out some dogs at that running back position. It's kind of crazy. He's just another one of them. You know what I'm saying? Him, Derrick Henry, the dude from Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, man, they got some really good running backs coming out of there. So I will agree with that one. Burrows, I feel like at least if you don't give Jalen, the freaking MVP like you should have at least gave him the offensive FedEx Air guy, Air Player of the Year, or at least Offensive Player of the Year, something.
I think he should have got
something
Offensive Player of the Year for sure.
Yeah.
If he didn't get MVP, should have got Offensive Player of the Year for sure.
Yeah, the Burrows is a dog. He's a beast out there. But come on now, Jalen Hurts, that dude. He should deserve some kind of award from something. From a guy that no one even pegged can even throw a football, had a noodle arm. To come out and have one of the highest quarterback ratings year and be second place in the MVP race. He definitely should have got something. And that's how I feel about that one. That one kind of irked me a little bit. It's Aaron Brown, whatever. If you think about it too, Jalen even won that on a weekly basis too during the season. So what about this one? This is one I think everybody would be a little bit pissed off about. What about Boom, Geno Smith, comeback player of the year? Because for me, where the hell did he come back from?
Right, he was in the league. He was
in the league. He played or didn't play. Like where did he come back from? Was he hurt all last year?
I don't know who was picking these awards this year, man. But it pissed me off, bro. Like, Geno. I like what Geno did, man. I was a big Geno fan, even him coming out of West Virginia. He played over there with Tavon Austin, Stedman Belly, and those dudes. I had high hopes for this dude. I mean, his beginning of his career was rocky. I mean, he got with Pete Carroll. He had a comeback year. But what Brandon Graham did this year, bro, this dude tore his Achilles, missed all the last season, like the entire last season. He worked so hard. He got back and he had his best season in his career. At the age he at right now, if that ain't comeback player of the year, I don't know what is, man. But like I said, I don't know who was voting on this stuff, man. I really don't. For them to even have Nick Sirianni that low in Coach of the Year award, I don't know who was voting on this stuff, bro. It was like they were just picking random names out of a hat. So I mean, Geno can have that. I don't got no hate towards Geno. I just feel like Brandon Graham should have been comeback player of the year.
Facts. I just feel like the award should have went to someone that was actually hurt all last year. Like he was out. A starter that was out and came back this year and balled out. You know what I'm saying? Like I would even care if you gave it to CMC the way he played with the Niners. He did his thing over there. But yeah, Brandon Graham definitely got snubbed off the comeback player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Geno Smith, great season with the Seahawks. Did a lot of things that people didn't think he can do with the Seahawks, with the talent they have on that football team. But at the end of the day, man, you didn't come back from nothing. You didn't come back from nothing. You played last year or didn't play, whatever, because you weren't good enough to play. You had a good season, and that's not a comeback to me. So that's one that I definitely am like, how do you get a comeback when you ain't never left nowhere? You know what I'm saying?
I look at comeback player of the year more of a you either was out of the league last year, you got injured and couldn't play last year. He was a backup all last year. He was sitting behind Russell Wilson. Yeah. It was like, how's that comeback player of the year? I mean, he's been a backup for a few years. He could so how you get comeback player of the year? But like I said, the voting this year was just like outrageous, bro. We've been the best football team from wire to wire. How none of our players win an award? Like none of them. Zero. At least one. We didn't even get one. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
Zero.
I don't get it.
Next one, I kind of agree with, but this is the one I said I thought Jalen should have got. But you got to give it up to him. You know what I'm saying? Jefferson's that beast, man. He's an awesome receiver. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some games this year where he really opened my eyes. Like, I was like, oh, AJ's the best receiver in the game, but then I seen a couple really good games from Justin Jefferson. I'm like, well, maybe he's second, or third or something like that, because Justin Jefferson, I do believe, is the best receiver in the game right now. He's balling out. He catches everything. And, he makes Kirk Cousins look great. You know what I'm saying? So I will agree with this, except for I wanted Jalen to get this award if he didn't get MVP. How do you feel about that one?
Nah, Jalen definitely should have got it. You think about what this dude did this year, man. He actually rushed for double-digit touchdowns this year. And he threw for, over 20 touchdowns this year? So it's like, bro, if that's not offensive player of the year, Jalen was, 80 to 85% of our offense this year. So it's like, yeah. Well, you could have also gave us to Tyreek Hill, what he did over there in Miami.
Ooh.
I mean, you could have. It was a few dudes that could have won it, but I agree. Justin Jefferson, he was a dog. He did his thing this year. I mean, if that's the way they're gonna pull it, I'm fine with that. But I still feel like Jalen should have won this award. I mean, y'all stubbed him from MVP. Y'all could at least gave him Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
for what this dude did through the air and on the ground. Like it's like I don't know. I
We're
don't
gonna get
know.
in that Jalen conversation. That's gonna be the best part of the show. I want to get through this part first. But do you think he's the best receiver in the game right now?
Ooh, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say he not, man. It's a few dudes though. Like I can say that I would put number one, and that you still got Devontae Adams still doing his thing over there in Oakland. You still got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown. It's like it's hard, bro. It's hard to like you could make a top 5 list, but I think it's hard to put a number one right now. There's so many dudes in the league doing their thing right now. You could throw CD up there. Like
Wow.
you could put CD in that top for what he did for
He
that
didn't even
Dallas
get
offense.
1,000 yards.
Huh?
He didn't even get 1,000 yards. I don't think.
But what he did for that Dallas offense this year, he was their offense. Like he was their whole offense. Dudes double teaming and keying in on him all year, and he still had a solid season. So, I mean, I ain't saying you could put him number one, but you definitely could put him in that top 5 debate.
In the conversation.
Yeah. But Justin Jefferson, man, he's a tough cover. It's like you know who they've thrown the football to, and you still can't cover this dude. It's like, I mean, I can put him number one. You could also put Jamar there. You could also put Devontae Adams there. You could put AJ there. You could put a lot of these dudes. I mean, it's debatable with all of them. It's debatable with all of them. So, I mean, shout out to Justin Jefferson, man. Boy, dude came into the league doing this thing, and he's still going strong. I mean, despite having a mid-tier quarterback. I mean, even though
Kirk Cousins is always throwing from yards, and that's another reason why I'm not a big yards guy. Kirk Cousins has been throwing like 4,000 yards for a while now, and he ain't shit. He's not French. You know what I'm saying? Like he crumbles in spotlight games, featured games. He always crumbling in those type of games. But who cares if you put up the yards? But I will say that Justin Jefferson helps him put some major stats up because he had a great year this year. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. Now I'm kind of biased. So AJ Brown, just because what AJ did with a guy like Devontae on the other side, and what Devontae did this year too, is I think if Devontae wasn't there, what kind of numbers AJ would have had. You know what I'm saying, for the season. So you kind of got to push him up a little farther up that list too as well. But yeah, shout out to Justin Jefferson. I love when he does the gritty. I love that dance, man. That's just time.
Yep.
Now, the biggest snub, I think, because this guy doesn't even lead the NFL no more in sacks. Our guy, Hassan Reddick, does. Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa. Talk to me.
All right, so I agree with the pick. You get me? I agree with Nick Bosa. He was the best pass rusher this year. I mean, the stats tell it. I mean, he had damn near 19 sacks this year. I mean, I agree with it, but I feel like Hassan Reddick should have been considered more for this award, man. Like
he ended up with more. By the time he did the show, he has more sacks than Bosa does.
No, this is a regular season award, though. You know that, BJ. Yeah. This is a regular season award. So, I mean, I agree with the pick. But like I said, it should have been him and Hassan Reddick neck and neck. They had Micah Parsons over this dude. I'm like, what? I don't feel like people was really watching us this season.
No.
And we've been
the whole damn season.
Yeah, it's like we don't got the best record in the NFL. We wasn't the best team in the NFL from start to finish. I don't think dudes was really watching us, or they didn't believe what they was watching. Like, I don't know what was going on. It was too many games. It was too many games where Hassan Reddick had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, fumble recovery, all that. Like, bro, this dude was wreaking havoc all season. All season was like, if you put the tape on, it kind of looked better than what Nick Bosa put out there. Like, it was like he just looked more. It was more flashier, but it was like it wasn't like dudes wasn't watching us this season. I don't get it. Like, what y'all wasn't watching, y'all ain't believe what y'all seen in front of y'all face. We really was the best team in football. Got the best players on the team in football. So it's like I don't get the disrespect that the team be getting. And like I said, I'll probably never understand it because they did that with us even back in the day. It was years when I felt like McNabb should have been MVP. He got snubbed. So it's
Yeah,
like
that's right.
they've been disrespecting the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not gonna stop. But you know how you change that? You start piling them Super Bowls up on these dudes. Now y'all
Right,
gotta watch us.
right. I love it. I love it. And like Bosa, beast, straight up. I'm gonna say that off jump. But I think even if you're talking about the end of the season, Bosa was only up by like one sack. But Hassan had more sack fumbles, fumble recoveries. The whole end of the damn season, every single game Hassan was at it, like 2-3-2-1-2. It's like, what the hell? You knew for sure. That game against the San Francisco 49ers, they're still crying about. Oh, we didn't have a quarterback. The quarterback didn't play. Hello, you had two quarterbacks trying to play the game, and they got knocked out. One by Hassan Reddick, the other one by Dominican Sue. So you had your players. We just bring that heat, and y'all weren't ready for it. So I do think that at least not being, number two, not being like considered like how at least the Jalen MAHOMES thing was close until Jalen didn't play no more. You know what I'm saying? Those 2 games, he missed those 2 games. Why not have it to that point where it was like, Hassan, Bosa, maybe either one could win it? Because sacks, yes, I understand you want to give it to the guy with the most sacks. But at the end of the day, the better stacks was Hassan Reddick. You know what I'm saying? And Hassan Reddick did this double-digit sack thing for the last 3 years on 3 different. That to me is something special, and it shows that he is that dude and he is that bull out there that can get to that quarterback anytime that he wants to. But hey, shout out to Bosa. His team lost. He's sitting at home watching Hassan Reddick, who might even go out there and get that Super Bowl MVP if he played like he played last week. 2 weeks ago against San Francisco. So I can't really hate on this because Bosa is a beast. That's one that it's like, okay, whatever. What about this one? What do you think about this one?
I agree with it, man. That guy wins something, man.
But that's bullshit to me. That's bullshit to me. How the hell are you gonna give Dak Prescott an award, but not one damn Eagle?
That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, man.
The Walter Payton Man of the Year award,
BJ.
Wow.
That don't got nothing to do with football, man. He a pillar in this community. He did a lot of community work.
We got a lot of community pillar guys.
I understand that, but Dak Prescott got the ends to really make something happen, boy. So it's like, he did his thing with the charity, the community service, like raising money for whatever he was raising money for. And I take my head off to the dude, but this is not a football award. So I'm fine with it. Go ahead, you can have that, big dog.
Give them some kind of something that they've been watching from the couch for the last 3 weeks. So
Right.
throw it up there and give them some props. You're a quarterback, a Walter Payton Man of the Year. But I think BG was up for this one too. Kelsey was up for this one, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't give it to Dak. I don't like Dak like that. That's a bias thing, I guess. Let's go to this one. The biggest snub, Brian Daboll.
Oh my God, bro! I hate
Coach
this.
Of the year.
This the worst one.
Brian Daboll with the New York Giants, Coach of the Year. Talk about it,
bro. I can't even find the words for this one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like we kicked the Giants' ass 3 times in one season. 3 times in one season. Like even the disrespect towards Nick Sirianni, bro. Even Jordan Love going on national TV and saying Nick Sirianni is just riding this football team wave. Like, what? You understand how football teams work? You gotta have all the talent in the world. If you can't get a dude that can get all these egos to gel, your team is gonna be horrible. For instance, the original Dream Team with Vince Young, Rogers Kamari, Nnamdi Asomugha, all them dudes are stars.
Yeah.
All them dudes are stars where they was at. They all got together and egos clashed, and this football team was horrible. We went 4-11. It take that one coach. Nick Sirianni is a player's coach. I mean, he's a motivator. He keep his team together. I mean, even through all the hard times and struggles, even the games when Jalen wasn't out, Nick Sirianni kept these dudes on a straight path. Like, you know how many egos are in this locker room? You got dudes that been playing for 12, 13 years. They done made all the money in the world. They don't have to listen to nobody.
Facts.
For real. They don't gotta listen. They take that one guy. I mean, he's fun loving and all that, but when it's time to go, he get on his players. You can see it. We've seen it in the off season when they did the open camps and stuff like that. Nick Sirianni got full control over this team, man. And they love this dude and they run through a brick wall for him. If you ever play football, coaching is a big, big, big factor in football. If you don't have a good, sturdy coach that know what he's talking about, you're not going to listen to this dude. You're not going to listen to him. Like, bro, this dude don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to do my own thing. It's like, bro, he really, like, the last 2 years, even last year, with him pulling his team together and dragging them to the playoffs the way he did, bro, Nick Sirianni is a solid football coach, man. He's sturdy, and his players love him. He a real emotional dude. You can see it on the sidelines. Like, I mean, he really like a nemesis right now. People around the league don't like Nick Sirianni because he really loved the game. And I would have loved to play for a coach like that, man.
Right?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would love to play. I would have been up there running around, jumping, cheering with him. Everything. Like, I would have loved to play for a coach like Nick Sirianni. So I understand where all the disrespect coming from. But I mean, we gotta prove, like I said, we gotta prove these dudes wrong, man.
When I moved to the Philly this year, I might even go try out for the practice squad. You know, I've been back in the gym. Berg ain't been doing it. I play some semi-pro. You know, I might be a little older, but I still feel like you give me like 5 carries a game. And give me 5. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that Boston Scott for your team. You know what I'm saying? Give me 5 carries. You don't even got to pay me no max contract or nothing. Give me like, you know, the veteran minimum or rookie minimum, whatever. You know, there's probably more than what I get anyway. So, you know, I mean, I'll get out there and play for Nick Sirianni. But yeah, to that point, man, you know, Daboll had a great year with the Giants. You know, no one expected the Giants to go anywhere this year at all. 0%. They're supposed to be the bottom of the basement, and these guys are sitting here in the playoffs, in the divisional round. You got to give them kudos for that, for the most part. But yeah, the fact that Nick Sirianni did not get Coach of the Year last year when he took a 4-12 team, right? 4-12 team to the playoffs. You didn't give it to him then, but then he turns around, comes back, comes back and take us to the Super Bowl the very next year. And he's not even a finalist? Really?
And he has him as a finalist, bro. That's crazy. Like,
that's disrespectful, man. That's mad disrespect, in my opinion. You know? Like, how you gonna do that to a guy like Nick? Daboll, whatever. I would have even gave it to Dougie P. Jags had like the number 1 draft pick or something like that. They were the trash. And he took them to the playoffs this year.
For sure.
Neither one of them two coaches. Daboll, man, they won some games. What were they? 3rd in division, though.
But how you not get a coach on the best team?
What was the Giants last year? 3rd in division, right? Or did the Washington 3rd?
It was 4th, I think.
They're 4th. So you moved up 1 spot. You took a team and moved up 1 spot to 3rd in division. And now all of a sudden you to go. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't not like this one. I'm really mad about this one. I do believe that I don't care how many star players, but like you said earlier, Trey, people think it's easy to just have star players and all of a sudden you go be their coach. This ain't basketball. You know what I'm saying? This ain't you got Kobe, Michael, you know, all these dream team players together. And all you got to do is go sit on the bench and let them do their thing. No, this is football. This is 22 starters. This is freaking, you know, your leading man. You know, like you said, some of these players are high paid players out there. And you heard them all say, like, Nick has that authority inside the room. Where it's like, you know, you can simply just say, I don't want to listen to him. I make my money. I've already been a star. I've been to Pro Bowls. I've been to All Pros. I could just, you know, do without any kind of, you know, communication from you if you really down in my play. And they come up there and they respect him. They do what he says. and they understand that this is all for one purpose, and that's to win a championship. And I think like any man that can do that with an all-star team, like 17 out of 22 starters going to the Pro Bowl, or went to the Pro Bowl. It's not, alternate. Well, they didn't go because we're in the Super Bowl, but would have went to the Pro Bowl.
Right.
That's pretty impressive. If you're a head coach and you can represent that. And I think what we had 6 All Pros or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was an impressive year by Nick Sirianni, and I think at least finalist. If it was him, Dougie P, and Dayball, that would have been cool. But the fact that you did not put my coach in as a finalist, I think that's disrespectful for sure.
Right.
And then the main one, boom, Mr. Super Bowl himself, Patty Mahomes. I really feel like Patty Mahomes is overrated. Like he's good, but the way they just they throw extra sauce on him. They make this guy seem like, listen, this dude done been in the playoffs in the divisional round Super Bowl 5 damn straight years and only won 1 Super Bowl. Is he really that great?
I mean,
is he really that great? They talk to him like he's Tom Brady. Like at least Brady was winning. How many Brady lost? 3, 6, 3, 4 Super Bowls, but at least he won what? 6 of them or some crazy number like that. Like that's Brady.
Brady only lost 3.
3, right? And this dude's been to at least the divisional round, 3 out of the last 4 years, and 5 total times. And this dude's only pulled away 1 Super Bowl. But they talk to him like he's God because he got a $500 million contract. How do you feel about it, Trey?
I can't say he overrated, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This dude really is a real live video game in real life. Like I used to watch Michael Vick and used to be like, how this dude doing all this? Like Pat Mahomes give you that same kind of like feel. It's like, damn, bro, like and to think this dude, the first 3 years of his career, he couldn't even read coverages. He still was carving everybody up just off athleticism and arm talent and just being a special dude, period. So, I mean, I can't say he overrated. He been to the AFC Championship every year. He's been a starter in the NFL. So,
but did Andy Reid do that with us?
Not every year, but yeah.
5 straight NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah, for the most part.
That thing, except for they've been in 2 Super Bowls.
But I mean, BG, you gotta use your eyes too. Like the eye test is a mother effer. You get me? This dude just looked like greatness. Like remember how we used to talk about Aaron Rodgers? I think this dude is like a souped up Aaron Rodgers. It's like he could throw off any platform. He's never like uncomfortable in any situation. So it's like you got to cover the whole field with this dude. You can't he's not just like one-sided, near-sided. When he's running, even when he's scrambling, you still got to cover the whole field. It's like he's a special talent back there at the quarterback. We seeing something special. It's like the dude, he really that. But, I mean, the team itself not that good. You get me? So he's going to have to compensate when they come to us.
How are they not that good? They're tops in defense. Some defensive categories, they're offensively they were the best offensive team in the league, so they say. So how you not like? I get it, man. I understand. Patty Mahomes is the best backyard football player in the world. Like that kind of stuff does excite me. That kind of stuff is kind of crazy. Now, how you just throw it behind your back? How did you do the no look pass? How did you do these things, Patty? Which is cool and gimmicky and awesome, but come on now, my guy. Come on. It's about winning championship. If you're gonna be that good, you might as well win the championship. I know it's his second MVP. They said, they put him on a short list here. What? Patty Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Johnny Unitas, Kurt Warner, Steve Young, and Joe Montana, which is a very nice list to be on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I feel like he's always had a good team. So, you can talk about this year all you want. And I was like, he had more yards this year than he had, last year. So, and they've tried to say that's what I'm saying. He's that much better. But I feel like the way that they got rid of Tyreek Hill, that was an advantageous thing for him and actually helped his game go up a little. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he didn't have that security blanket, Tyreek Hill, to just throw the ball as far as I can and watch Tyreek Hill get it. So I like Patty Mahomes. I'm not gonna hate on him. You know what I'm saying? Like Patty's a good quarterback, probably the second best quarterback in the league.
Who said second best? BG crazy.
Really?
Nah, bro, this dude really like I said, man. It's just some things you just gotta do the eye test with, and the eye test tell you this dude is just he different from everybody else in the NFL, bro.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying here. Jalen Hurts is different from everybody else. That's real different. This is a quarterback league, a system league that is strictly built for passing right now. Cornerbacks get flagged for every little time they do the receiver. You know what I'm saying? The whole game has been shifted to a passing league. So to put up, when you got one extra game, to put up what, 5,000 yards, close to 5,000. I'm pretty sure it was done with one less game before, you know what I'm saying, by Drew Brees. So that's not nothing special no more. Okay? Other quarterbacks have put up those numbers before. You have a whole nother game and you finally put up those numbers. So I look at that as like that doesn't make you special. You're not the first to do it. But Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, I know he didn't get the 4,000. I wish he did. He didn't get hurt. We could have a different argument. He could possibly got there. But like you said, to beat tops, in terms of quarterback rating, taking care of the football. Jalen Hurts didn't turn over the ball very much the whole year. And Jalen Hurts is also 17-1 as a starter this year. Only lost one football game all year. Got close to 800 yards rushing. Like you said, double digits, 15, 16 touchdowns on the ground. Plus in the air. Yep. Cleaned up the passing game. And like I always say, if you play for Andy Reid, we had Andy Reid as a head coach. And we know Andy likes to air that ball out. He likes to air it out 40, 50 times a game. Now, imagine if Jalen Hurts threw the ball 40, 50 times a game.
I feel like even the only reason he didn't win it is because he got hurt. Because he got hurt and he missed those 2 games. It's like,
and I get it. But I'm just saying, imagine even if you just not even look at the hurt part. Imagine if Jalen threw the ball 40 times a game. He has 2 of the best receivers and one of the best tight ends in the league. If he threw the ball that many times, and everybody want to reflect back to last year, talking about, when we tried to do it with Jalen, it didn't work. Really? It didn't work?
He was throwing the trash.
We did it in the first 6 games of the year when he was his first year starting, and he wasn't he wasn't ready for it. That's the reason why it didn't work. You couldn't. He was a dual threat quarterback. You tried to make him a pocket passer in his first 6 starts. So when he threw it 30, 40 times ago, and he actually won the first game, and I think he went 2-5 throughout that stretch. So Jalen did the best that Jalen could do at that point. But if he threw that many times this year, I'm saying like he would have just as many yards, if not more. So I don't really give Patrick the nod for the yards, man. Like I'm not that dude. I think Jalen's a better quarterback. He's more of a complete quarterback who controls 2 separate. When you think of Patty Mahomes, you like air tag. Patty Mahomes throws touchdown, throws you for multiple yards. When you think of Jalen Hurts, is like when you scheme up your offense on passing downs or running downs, you got to scheme up Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? He's the only quarterback really like that right now.
Right.
For real. He's the only one that either game plan.
Also look at it like
he
this.
He is the main focal point of that game plan.
You gotta also look at it like this too. The Kansas City Chiefs was the best team in the AFC. That's different from being the best team in the NFC. You got quarterbacks over there like Joe Burrow over there. You got Josh Allen over there. You got Tua was over there going off for a little minute. it's like they look at the AFC like it's a little bit more difficult than the NFC, and that they could have been slighting Jalen for that too. So it's like there's a lot that went
But
into
in
that.
that case, like the thing is, Jalen covers all that. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. Like, you can go better quarterbacks over there. We still had Aaron Rodgers. We still have Brady, even though he had a down year. You know, we still got some quarterbacks over here on the NFC side. But even that being said, look at all those quarterbacks you named and their turnovers. You know what I'm saying? They had plays that cost their team football games. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jalen did not have one game this year. That Washington game where he's 17-1, that Washington game, he wasn't the reason we lost that game.
It wasn't.
Fact. You know,
No, he
so
wasn't.
you tell me a guy that goes 17-1. I think if you want to add last year, he's like 19-1 right now. 19-1 with what? How many turnovers he had this year? 6, 9, something like that.
He had 9. He had 3 fumbles and 6 interceptions.
Yeah. And Patty had more than that. Burrows had more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Allen had more than that.
I think it all factored down to him.
When you talk about the eye test, I feel like when you talk about the eye test, you have to see he threw dimes all year long. You know what I'm saying? And he made some of the best runs all year long, too. Like, you did both with less turnovers, which everybody thought he was going to be this turnover machine, which was ridiculous to even think about. You know? That's why I give the edge to Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you.
We're gonna keep it a buck though. You really feel like Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
You really feel that?
Starter franchise today. I'll go get Jalen Hurts. He's my starter.
Would you be saying that if Jalen Hurts wasn't on the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah. He's a beast.
And
just for me, that thing right there where I told you about, being able to be like, you know, you're top 10 in rushing and passing. So you're bringing a lot more dynamic. You're giving a defensive coordinator not more of a headache, especially when we got the skill position players that we got. You know, passing the ball, you're like Devontae, AJ, Goddard, you know, Quez, like, you know, Booby or Gainwell out of the backfield. That's a lot of people you got a game plan for. But then you go, okay, well, let's focus on the running game. You got Miles Sanders, and you still got Jalen Hurts because he's still one of our lead rushers on our damn team. When you do both, now that's the thing I tell people. They're not used to seeing a quarterback like Jalen Hurts who can lead your team in rushing and passing and like be elite at both. Like we've had some, you know, good elite passers with good rushing or elite rushers with good passing, but we've never seen elite in both categories. And I think that's the thing that everybody's scared of to give Jalen his props for. You know, because that is something that hasn't been done. Never. So I can understand the skepticism. Okay, whatever, forget the running yard. Okay, whatever, forget the, you know, no. You got to give him his full respect. And you got to realize he is kind of like when Peyton Manning changed the game of quarterback and started calling his own plays. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, revolutionary. It's like Michael Vick, when he was the first rushing quarterback running for 1,000 yards out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's revolutionary stuff. We are witnessing the new age football player in Jalen freaking Hurts, who's tops in rushing and passing. You have to scheme Jalen Hurts both sides of the ball. You know, both passing and rushing. You got to scheme him. He controls it all. The offensive line says it makes their job better. The running back say it makes their job better. The receiver says it makes their job better. It's not just them saying it because they're on the same team. It's because you have to account for Jalen every single play first because he touches the ball first.
Right.
And that's something.
I agree.
And that's something with Patty Mahomes. Like, yeah, you got to worry about Patty, you know, extending plays, you know, and doing this backyard football stuff, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But that's only one area of the game you're really worried about Patty Mahomes. You're not worried about Patty Mahomes rushing for 100 yards on you, are you? No, I'm not. I don't think he's ever even done it, to be honest.
He's sneaky with the running. He ain't like Jalen, though.
Yeah. So, like, that's the real reason why I give Jalen Hurts the edge over Patty Mahomes. And that's the real reason why, you know, Patty Mahomes been in the league for 6 years. You already seen his ceiling. He's already got paid for his ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is number 2 in the MVP in the second year starting. And we still don't have a clue what his ceiling is right now. You know, we only can see what we've seen. We've seen last year he played good football. We've seen this year he played elite football. What's the next step? You know, especially if we keep our coaching staff together. You know, we can bring back most of these guys together to come back again. Like, what is really the next step? If he gets 1,000 yards and 4,000 yard passing, hello, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello, what the hell just happened here? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be something spectacular to see next year, and we'll see what happens with it. Because I think he's pretty close to the 4,000 yard mark right now, so he might even end up, depending on what kind of Super Bowl he has passing, pretty close to those numbers. So, you know, I love Patty. Like, I'm not even, this was no shade on Patty Mahomes at all. Like I said, he's the second best quarterback in the league right now. But right now, I got to give the nod to Jalen. And people are not going to agree with me, but y'all didn't agree with me when I told you the Eagles won the Super Bowl either. So,
yeah, I mean, I can see why you see it that way. The way you just broke it down. I mean, I don't really see it that way. I think Jalen the top 5 quarterback for sure, but I put Mahomes at number 1. I don't even feel like it's close, to be honest. Like, when it comes to like pure football stuff, like, I mean, I seen Jalen throw
football or pure passing, because Mahomes even told you it took him 3 years to read the defense. He said it out loud.
It took him 3 years to read the defense, and he was putting up there 5,000 yards in them 3 years too. So that's special alone.
With the ratio quarterback passing too, you got to add that in there. We had Andy Reid. Listen, we had Andy Reid and Dougie P from the same kind of coaching tree, and they both got ran out of Philly because they passed the ball too much. They didn't want to run the ball.
All right, well, I'm gonna put it like this then. I ain't gonna say nothing. Just talent wise, I feel like Patrick Mahomes number 1. You feel like Jalen the best quarterback in the NFL? I can't argue with you with that. It's like, I mean, like I said, it's all opinion based. It's like, I mean, you can opinionize anything. So it's like, I mean, if you feel that way, I'm fine with that. I mean, but I just feel like, I mean, Jalen a great quarterback, but Pat Mahomes different with this football stuff. So I'm putting him at number 1, and I put Jalen at like 2 or 3 too. I agree with you. Like, for what he did this season, the way he made defensive coordinators stay up. I mean, just trying to game plan for this dude, period. Like, the way he manipulated those linebackers for from the 49ers, bro, it was just like different. Nobody ever did that. Nobody ever had Fred Warner freezing like that. Like, he couldn't even play football. You couldn't really play football.
But don't just start with him. Bosa, Warner, Michael Parsons, like all your top defensive players of the league, they couldn't touch us. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't. We played the best of the best on defense all year long. And none of them cats could touch them because Jalen Hurts had them frozen. Like, they were frozen. How are you going to be an all-pro linebacker? That's what's supposed to be instincts, like a Ray Lewis or something like that. You know, that don't even think about what you're actually doing. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and you're going to have to deal with that. You know, these are all the best players in the game, and they all were froze because of Jalen Hurts. Patty Mahomes is not freezing nobody. That's what I'm saying. It's about coverage. It's about your weapons that you have. Like, people still say, that's another argument, Patty. He didn't have weapons. Hello, he did. Juju had 900 yards. Juju was a Pro Bowl receiver before. Tyreek Hill was Travis Kelce was his number 1 target last year, even when they had Tyreek Hill. Tyreek had more yards, but Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the football right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is hard to stop because he's so big. You know, you can't put a linebacker on him. He's too fast. You can't put a cornerback on him. He's too, big. It's like, that's something that you can't coach. And he still had a phenomenal year this year. He's had running backs in the past that had good years. Edward Solaire had a great year last year. You know, Ponchero, whatever the boy's name is, had a good year this year, rushing that football. So you can't say he didn't have a rusher. Like, was it the name that you thought was going to be good? Scanling, when he left Green Bay, wasn't he one of their top receivers? Yeah. You know, like, he left on top. He didn't leave. Oh, he was just a free agent. They just let go. He left on top of that receiver depth chart. Kadarius Toney, 6th-round pick, even though he got hurt, when he was healthy, he made some good plays there. You know, like McKinney, one of the best pass blocking running backs in the game right now, one of the best receiving running backs in the game right now. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing all year. But you can't tell me the dude didn't have, the offensive line, what, second, third, I don't know where you want to put them at, but they're top 5 offensive line in the league. Andy Reid always builds offensive line. So, like, you can't say the dude didn't have talent. Like I told everybody, they might not be household names, but you got to think about like this. Devontae Smith, second year. I know he reached 1,000. Shout out to you, broke our record. But they consider AJ the elite receiver and Devontae a good receiver. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the two offenses, AJ and Travis Kelce cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? They're the elite targets, for the quarterback. And then you still got Goddard, Devontae. You know what I'm saying? If you want to add in any of the running backs, that's up to you. But just those two alone, that's way better than, them. But Juju was still a Pro Bowler. And I don't think Devontae made it to a Pro Bowl yet. So you can say Juju is more accomplished than Devontae. I won't even say Scantling that last year with Green Bay made it to the Pro Bowl, even if it was an alternate, but I think he did make it to the Pro Bowl that year.
Right.
In terms of like the talent that you have, the difference is no one expected those players to do anything, and they actually showed up. And that's the difference. They're like, oh, he had nobody. No, he did have players that were proven, and they actually showed up this year. When everybody
the only one he really lost was Tyreek Hill. So it was like, everybody else, Kelce, all them dudes.
Hardman, hurt most of the end of the season, but Hardman still was good. Who did they lose? Pringle?
Yeah, they bought Kadarius Toney over there. Like,
Sammy Watkins?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
He had players.
He had players, man. He did his thing with the players he had. And if you're going to say he had no players, you can't be like, oh, Eagles have all these players. Because none of these guys, Dallas Goedert wasn't even a starter complete all year last year. You know what I'm saying? We still had Ertz starting half the year. Devontae Smith was a rookie who had a good season.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just feel like the bias that's been going on is really kind of irritating me a little bit, on the two teams and the perspectives of these two teams. Like,
I feel like they just got to see Hurts do it for a few more years consistently. You get me? Maybe it's just they feel like he'll hit wonder. I don't feel that way, but maybe that's how they feel. Pat Mahomes been doing it since he came into the league, so it's like, I mean, it's easy like to see that and be like, yeah, Pat the best quarterback in the NFL. Like I said, I don't blame you for thinking Hurts is the best quarterback.
But don't you think that's kind of funny too, Trey?
Right.
How they consider this Kansas City team like a dynasty. Like, you've heard the dynasty word passed around with this team. You won one Super Bowl out of 5 shots of making it a division championship or higher. One Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row, and they ain't no damn dynasty. So how the hell did the Pack get put on that lever with this Kansas City team when they only won one damn Super Bowl? Aaron Rodgers, one damn Super Bowl. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is still behind Eli Manning. If you want to talk Super Bowl. Peyton Manning. How does that make him so great? And how is this team so great when you only won one damn Super Bowl?
I don't know. Just, do you know the NFL is a funny thing, man? They follow what they want to follow.
Do they consider Donovan McNabb great for going to 5 straight NFC championships? They say Donovan McNabb's a good quarterback. They don't call him no GOAT. They don't call him no great. He ain't won no MVP like you said. But he took his team to 5 straight NFC championships in a Super Bowl. Really? To me, they got you guys' head amped up, man. Amped up with this team, man. And I'm not buying it. I'm not buying none of it. To me, it's trash content because you're not really keeping it real with nobody. To even use the word dynasty with a team that only has one Super Bowl is crazy. Are they a good football team? Yes. Do they have one of the best coaches of all time? Shout out to Big Red, except for this Sunday. Yes. But they're not no dynasty team. These guys can be beat. Hell, Burrow beat them the last 3 times before they just beat them in the playoffs right now. They're not no invincible team that everybody want to make them see like they're so invincible. They can't be beat. They can't be stopped, man. So many teams to beat them. 5 times, 1. That means you lost 4 other times. 4. And they were all by more complete teams. And that's what the Eagles are. We're a more complete team than you are. It's not just about Jalen. Jalen, to me, is the best quarterback. It's not just about him. It's about this whole entire team that we got going on right now.
Right.
That's why we're winning the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the real reason. Teams win championships. Players win MVPs. Aaron Rodgers, how many MVPs he got? Like 5? 3?
He's probably got like 3.
Yeah, 3, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How many Super Bowls Aaron's go? 1?
He won one, he only been to 1.
Yeah, so 1. So all this glamorizing about, yards and touchdowns and leaders, man. If Jalen goes in here, first year starting, take your team to the playoffs with lack of talent. We all agree our team was not as talented last year. And when we all made it to the playoffs, we all agreed that team shouldn't have been in the playoffs. We weren't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a common eye test thing that you can see and notice and realize. So you didn't really feel that bad when we lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made it. We made it. But the injection.
Didn't the Bucks win the Super Bowl that year? Did they beat us? Oh, that was the year before.
That was the year. They won Super Bowl the year before.
Oh, wow.
But they made it. They went out the divisional round, I think, or the NFC Championship.
Yeah, LA won it last year.
Yeah, LA won it. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And then come back this year, and we're in this damn Super Bowl. So Jalen Hurts' first few years is first round playoff Super Bowl, regardless of win or loss.
Right.
MVP.
He building a hell of a resume, man. It's like,
yeah.
And if he can etch it with this Super Bowl right here, can't take nothing away from that dude, man. And you beat that everybody's saying the number 1 quarterback, and you beat that team. I mean, in the Super Bowl, bro, you etching yourself in history. It's like I feel like Jalen Hurts gonna be historical when this all said and done.
If you want to talk about dynasty, guys, this is another thing I want to show you guys. So we like to go back in time, and really talk about certain things. How, I'm always the one bringing up. Remember Tampa Bay 2 years ago? They went out and got all these great players, and they didn't go perfect throughout the season. But when came playoff time, they turned it up and they won their Super Bowl. Last year Rams got all these great players, turned it up in the playoffs, and won a Super Bowl. Now let's look at the Eagles. We have 1 free agent. 1. All the rest of these cats on this roster are homegrown draft picks. Right. Young, talented. Some of them still on rookie contracts.
No,
that's when you start looking at dynasty. Start using those words. Re-signing your own player, bringing them in. Even look at the Chiefs. Look at all these other teams. You got this guy from the Colts, Patriots, Ravens, free agent, Green Bay. You got all these good players from other teams to come over there and try to help you win a Super Bowl. And Howie Roseman draft our players, except for AJ. The only one on the list. 1. That's why we can pump our chest. That's why once we win this goddamn Super Bowl, you can expect an encore. Our organization is built different. We're better. We got the best GM in football. We got the best offensive line, coach in football.
It's crazy because when I look at this list, I agree with like everything you're saying. It's like the only piece we added, and it was a big piece, was AJ Brown. Everybody else was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. That's all homegrown talent right there. That's all homegrown, and you gotta take your head off the Howie Roseman, man. It's like this dude did a hell of a job. He had a lot of misses over the years, but he had a lot of people he hit on. Like Dallas got it. Like Dallas got it in the second round. Devontae Smith in the first. Jordan Mailata was undrafted, bro. Like this dude is one of the best tackles in the NFL right now. It's like then you go get Dickerson. I mean, you never know with the injury how he was going to hold up with that, but he turned into one of the best guards in the league. I mean, say Malu been around for a minute, man. He been around. He been working his tail off. Now he starting on the Super Bowl team. It's like Kelsey, drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Lane Johnson, best tackle in football. It's like these all homegrown players. So yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. Like, yeah, they can scream and yell all they want. Now with the defense, it's a lot of free agents and stuff. I mean, we had to do that, but all offensive wise, that's all homegrown right there.
Yeah,
that's all homegrown except AJ. That's crazy, bro. Now that you sit back and look at that, it's crazy.
And we can. A lot of people, I think, it's not how many misses, because like you see, these are all different years over the last, 6 to 8 years we're drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like even 10 years. Lane Johnson's been around forever. Like these are all homegrown draft picks. Yes, he missed. Like really, everybody hates that he missed with a regular pick. To be honest,
yeah,
that's the biggest one that everybody gives him the most
regular
credit.
pick. JJ, I think a white shot with DK Metcalf. Yeah, there's a few of them in there that he missed bad on. He missed bad on a few of them, but he hit on the majority of them.
Yeah, he's hit on a lot of them. And Sam, you're talking about the schedule. Come on, guys. And I'm glad you brought this to my attention here, Samuel, because I want to tell you guys this. Damn that schedule. We played, I think, what was our record against over 500 teams this year? I think it was like 8-2.
We undefeated against playoff teams this year.
Undefeated versus playoff teams.
Undefeated.
You say our schedule, either we were the best damn division in football. We swept the Giants. We split with the other two, which we all know was a fluke. We should have beat Dallas the second time if Jalen plays. We should have beat Washington the first time without, the most biggest. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't happen, whatever. But we were still the best division in football. Had 3 teams in the playoffs.
We had 14 over 500.
We beat the best defense in San Francisco. You want to talk about your quarterback? What about your defense? That's will be number one. Stopping Jalen Hurts and these cats.
And really though, what's an easy schedule for real? Like what? It's the NFL. You never know going into the season.
Yeah, and what it was is they looked at what happened last year. Can you think about some of these teams they call it easy? Tennessee Titans last year, division champions. Green Bay last year, one of the top teams in the league. There's a lot of teams from last year that was good, and no one even expected something.
Like, come on, bro. Say Indianapolis Colts, a playoff team. Like, y'all, bro.
This year they weren't as good. Yeah. And no one knew they weren't going to be this good, but now all of a sudden we got a couple. Go look at everybody else's schedule, man. Did you see the Kansas City Chiefs schedule? What? Because you played Burrows and you lost into the playoffs?
The Chiefs lost to the Colts.
Chiefs lost to the Colts.
And they lost to the Texans.
Teams too. Well, 3 teams for sure. And we beat one of those teams too. I'm just saying, every team, no one really had that difficult of a schedule in terms of like, oh my God, every team you played was, a playoff team like the Eagles. Think about the playoffs right now, guys. San Francisco we beat. New York we beat. Minnesota we beat. Dallas we beat. Jacksonville Jaguars we beat. Those are all playoff teams, guys.
All playoff teams.
That's a lot of playoff teams that we beat. For us
beat the Giants 3 times. Here's a playoff team. Beat the Giants 3 times. Here's a playoff team.
It's crazy.
So tell me again how our schedule was kicked, bro.
How?
Detroit Lions was one of the best offenses in the NFL all season.
Facts.
They led the league in 30-point scoring games this year. So it's like, tell me what our schedule was cake at. You tell like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a scrappy team.
Steelers, scrappy team.
It's a scrappy team. We could run down the schedule for real.
Yeah.
Arizona was cake. All right, Arizona was cake. Who else we played? Jacksonville, playoff team.
Playoff. Like I said,
Minnesota, playoff team.
Dallas, playoff team.
So y'all give me this cake schedule y'all keep talking about? Like,
and you're a Dallas fan, bro.
So Dallas Cowboys, playoff team.
Who's y'all play that? We didn't play that was makes y'all
We
schedule.
played everybody y'all played except for the Rams, Bengals, and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and Rams were hot trash. The Tampa Bay was hot trash this year. Hot trash.
I had the same schedule as us, so if our schedule was kick, y'all's was too.
Facts. But guess what? The difference is we're in the Super Bowl.
We in the Super Bowl. Y'all couldn't get it done. We beat the team that beat y'all.
Whoop their ass, actually.
Cowboys fans.
So, yeah, it's been crazy, man.
And your quarterback had like 17 interceptions in like 8-9 games.
Facts.
That's horrible.
That's it. That's very horrible. That's bad. So all this cake. I just wanted to clear that up before the Super Bowl. I just think people really are sleeping, like you said, on this team. Like we did not just have this cupcake. Just because we made all the games look cupcake. You know,
We was just better than everybody.
it was just better, way better.
We
And the
was
funny
just
thing
better
is,
than everybody.
everybody was all pumped up, like, oh well, you guys are good in the regular season, but watch when you get to the playoffs, all these teams hit that next gear, hit that next level. Now we'll really see what type of team the Philadelphia Eagles are.
And we wiped both of them teams up and gave up a total of 14 points in 2 games. Wiped both of them teams
and
up.
scored like 60 points. It's not like we
That's
gave
just
up
like I understand y'all expected us to like, however, because we like why people hate the Eagles so much, bro? It's like I don't get it. Like any other team would have did this, y'all would be like, oh, they're great, but y'all don't want to give us our credit. It's like we ran the table for real. We could have went undefeated for real. We could have went undefeated. We could have ran the table like we could have had that Patriots season for real. If Jalen didn't get hurt those 2 games, we would have won those 2 games. That Washington game, we turned the football over and all this little fluky stuff happened, we would have beat them too. So it's like we would have been undefeated. Yeah, and then what y'all would have been saying that, oh, y'all gonna suck, y'all gonna wait till what happened in the playoffs. Look what we did in the playoffs. Everybody keeps screaming this Brock Purdy stuff. It's like, bro, he didn't get injured on no fluky stuff. We injured that dude. That pass rush, they couldn't handle it. The Giants couldn't handle that pass rush. Bro, Pat Mahomes not going to be able to handle that pass rush on a bad foot, on a bad ankle, bro. He's going to be running for his life all game. So it's like, bro, we the best team in the NFL. We don't get the respect we deserve. But we don't need it. We're going to earn it. And we're going to show y'all. And I want to see some of y'all dudes at the parade. Because there's $1 million fans in Philadelphia. And they're going to act like they mad. But they're going to be right down there at that parade. They probably ain't going to be wearing Eagle stuff. They probably going to be hating. But they're going to be at the parade, though. We're going to see y'all there, big dog.
Yeah, that's all facts, man. All facts, man. We've been the best team, man. Like, y'all tripping. Like, no one's even been close to us. Like, y'all forgot, like I said, the last 2 were the Rams undefeated last year?
No, they weren't undefeated. They lost a couple games.
Yeah. Was Tampa Bay undefeated the year they won Super Bowl?
Nope.
Last time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Were they undefeated?
Nah.
Okay. So just because we lost, like you said, to me, we should have been 17-0. You know, my 17-0 to prove an otherwise thing, that should have been fact. Like you said, uncharacteristic things in that Washington game. And if Jalen Hurts just starts, we don't lose to Dallas or the Saints game at all. 0%. Minshew cost us those games, period. No, Gardner Minshew's trash. You know, I would love to draft a backup quarterback this year in the draft sometime. You know what I'm saying? If someone slips. Because we need a new backup. You know, Gardner had one sweet spot. That was about it. You know, so like you said, man, we're going to really see it. I feel bad. I really feel bad. I feel bad, man. Because I even watched it in that media day, you know, the opening night when they had Jalen and Patty Mahomes out there together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, Jalen Hurts, and they were like, yay. But then when they said Patty Mahomes, like, it seemed like there were way more Chiefs fans in there. Because they were like, yeah, MVP, yeah. And did you see our quarterback's face? Like, that shit pissed him off. You know what I'm saying? He's a good sport. But I seen the look in that man's eyes when he was like, "Wow, you really think this cat's that much better than me?" Did Patty Mahomes go to, a power school like the SEC and dominate like Jalen Hurts? No, he didn't. Was he ever a Heisman candidate? I don't think so. But Jalen seen that, and I felt like if he could say anything to the crowd, he'd be like, looking at him like, really? Like, y'all gave me a little cheer, but y'all gonna do a standing ovation for this guy? Really? This is little disrespectful things, man, that have been going on all. And I think that if I was Kansas City, right,
Mm-hmm.
I would have told the NFL to give him something. Give him one of these awards, please. Give him something. Because now in their press conference, you're starting to hear people say they're pissed. And it started back from the Pro Bowl vote, remember?
Yeah.
Hargrave, the best DT in terms of stats. And I know you guys want to give your Kansas City Chiefs, what's his name, Jones or whatever boy name is? Oh, he's the best DT in the game.
Chris Jones.
He wasn't even the best in sacks. Hargrave was. We ended the season. Hargrave was number 1 in sacks for DT. He didn't get no Pro Bowl. No Pro Bowl. No All-Pro. No nothing. Wow.
Disrespectful.
First time ever. Ever. And it's like they got discredited because it was the first time ever 4 players had double digits. I think we're up to 5 players now with double-digit sacks. Ever.
Fletch was 2 away from double digits, so he would have had 5 in the regular season.
We get discredited for greatness. Jalen Hurts, how many times have you heard first time ever for Jalen Hurts since he's been playing football? Last year, this year. First time ever this dude done did this or that and this and that. Nothing.
Right.
Wow, man. Wow. Coach, all you do is go to the playoffs. You don't have a losing season. 0 losing seasons. Playoffs, Super Bowl. Can't even get a nod for Coach of the Year.
Right.
And they even have, and you know what's so messed up? They even have an assistant coach award. Did I upload him? Where'd it go? Did I upload him in here? But anyway, it's D'Amico Ryans. Assistant Coach of the Year, D'Amico Ryans. Because he had the number 1 defense. Really? Gannon? 70 sacks compared to what? How many sacks the Niners had?
I think the second team in the NFL was the Chiefs, and they had 55.
55.
Yep.
So that means Niners were below that. We were still number 1 in takeaways. So where were they the number 1 defense? And why wasn't our coach?
We got the number one pass defense in the NFL. It's like, bro, we top 5 in every statistical category. It's like, bro, we have a dominant.
Both sides of the football.
Yeah.
That's great. On both sides of the football.
Both sides of the football.
Disrespect is major right now. But I feel good, like you said, Trey. You know who's going to take the brunt of that? KC. And that's another reason why I told you guys the Giants game was going to be a blowout. I told you guys the Niners game will be a blowout. And watch, this Super Bowl is about to be a blowout. Blowout. These Bulls are hungry. And you watch the way they played the first 2 games. That's nothing. You know how AJ said we will, and Jalen Hurts keeps saying we will. You haven't even seen our best game yet. I'm telling you, this Super Bowl is about to be their best game.
Yeah, AJ Brown due for a big game. He did nothing in the playoffs.
He's nothing so far. You know he's out there against rookie cornerbacks, 3 of them. He's supposed to stop AJ, Devontae, and I don't know who's stopping Goddard. I'm still confused about that. Your best player on defense plays defensive tackle, and we got one of the best centers of all time. Of all time.
And if you want to move that dude up and down the line, we got all pros all up and down the line. So it's like, I mean, you're going to put him in front of Dickerson. You're going to put him in front of Sayamalu, Jordan, because I know y'all going to keep him away from Lane because it's like there's no win there. Y'all keep him away from Kelsey because there's no win there. Y'all going to try to pick on our two guards. I mean,
how you going to pick on an all-pro second-year player, Landon Dickerson?
Right.
You know, Lane Johnson, who has a torn abdominal and still the best damn tackle in the game. Gave up nothing. He is 2 years in a row without a goddamn sack. Michael Parsons did nothing. Bosa, look at their stats against Lane Johnson. Zeros across the board.
Lane Johnson didn't give up a sack this season, man.
In 2 years.
In 2 years.
Not one.
The only one I could see y'all really picking on that struggle in pass protection sometimes is Mailata. So it's like, I mean, and they probably gonna try to put Frank Clark over there so you could try to beat him with speed and all that. But I'm pretty sure the Philadelphia Eagles is practicing for that now. It's like,
yeah, and Mailata didn't have the best year, and he'll be the first to admit that. He didn't have the best year this year. Off the hype, like you got to think about this dude never even played. And then last year he was like a Pro Bowl level, one of the best left tackles in the game. When he finally got his roots in, and then this year, yeah. I think the injury kind of slowed him down early. I know he got hurt. He hurt his shoulder, I think, early.
Mm-hmm.
But since the playoffs, man, I think he's been playing some good football. And he's one of the biggest
guys. Linebacking core in the NFL. We just made them look silly, bro. So I'm not worried about no Nick Bolton and dudes like that. I mean,
Nick who?
They average linebackers.
Fred Warner is the best middle linebacker in the game playing right now.
They average linebackers, bro. They
better than him. And he looked stupid 2 weeks ago. Looked like he was on a goddamn junior varsity team. You wouldn't even know that he he's made an all-pro team. The way he was looking out there. Michael Parsons, godsend. Nick Bosa, defensive MVP. Kelsey one-armed Nick Bosa, for one. And for two, neither one of them did a goddamn thing against this offensive line because that's what it is. We're just built different than the rest of the league. We're built different. Y'all don't have that many pieces. You got a 6-shooter. I got an AK with a extended clip, banana clip, busting. Hitting everything and everybody. You're hoping to hit. Boom. Oh, I got him. Boom. I got him. Yeah. No, man.
You talking about Dallas Goedert? They probably can hold him. I mean, Dallas Goedert ain't been making no noise in the past couple weeks. I mean, he really been playing like decoy football for real. So, and we still been wiping teams out. I'm not worried about no Bolton and Willie Gay, man. Like Willie Gay for real to me he's small. He's like a safety, bro. Goddard gonna bully that dude. Like if it come down to it, but if it don't, and they do decide to try to shut Dallas Goedert down, you still got AJ Brown. You still got Devontae Smith. That's why we so different, bro. Anybody could go off any game. Miles could go off. Hurts could go off with his legs. AJ Brown could go off. Devontae Smith could go off. Quaz can go off. Quaz didn't have games when he went off. It's like, bro, it's pick your poison with this offense. They never seen nothing like. Even with Joe Burrow and them, you know where they going at. They trying to force feed the football to Jamar Chase. When that's not working, they going to T. Higgins. They don't really run the football with Mixon that much. They try to make him a receiver out the backfield. We so versatile that it's going to be hard for you to pinpoint one thing with us. We running three options in one play. What you gonna shut down? We put so much stress on linebackers, bro. It's hard to stop this offense.
And you already lost the war when you're worried about linebackers versus Goddard. He's like the fifth option of being a playmaker on this team. And he's one of the best tight ends in the game. We are a pick your poison offense. We're going to come out running. If you stop that, good for you. But now you're stuck in this run defense that we're about to light up because we got two pro. I would give, I know Smitty didn't make the Pro Bowl, but two Pro Bowl caliber receivers on the outside. Two. You know? Oh, you want to stop Goddard, Smitty, and AJ? Guess what? We got a 1,300-yard running back named Miles Sanders that just had, what, 2 touchdowns last game? Booby be spinning. Oh, we're going to try to stop him. Okay, Jalen, just run it. You know, just go do your thing. Jalen can win a game by himself, guys.
F biting on play actions. He got dudes freezing in their tracks. That's not even a bite. You don't know where the football is. Like, you don't know where the football is. You don't know who has the football, what's about to happen until it happened. It's too fast. You sitting there waiting 5 yards back. Now Jason Kelsey, all them dudes on your ass already. There's no win. How you think we dominated the 49ers on the game? I mean, in that game. We made their defense have to think. Linebackers don't like to think. They like to read and react. They don't like to think. You think you know what's about to happen, and then that's not the play. It's like, bro, this offense is just different. It's just different from anything in the NFL right now. You can kind of compare. You can kind of compare it to like what they do over there in Baltimore, because it's kind of like it's properly run just like that. Like they kind of do the same thing, but we do it with a little bit different.
Baltimore and Chiefs together. There you go. Big Buffalo, 2 good teams together.
Yeah,
that's what we're bringing at you. And I heard KC fans talk about, oh, we got 3 All-Pros on the line too. You guys got 3 All-Pros. We got 3 All-Pros. But are your other 2 guys Pro Bowl alternates? You know, or Pro Bowlers? No.
Y'all not. Y'all got All-Pros on, but the thing about y'all try to win. Y'all whole line try to win with speed. That's not gonna beat us. We physical. This is what y'all not understanding. We're physical. Physicality. We punching y'all in the mouth every play. Play after play after play. That's mentally taxing. You're not gonna want to rush no more. You keep coming up, getting air hold every play. You're not gonna want to rush for real no more. We take the heart out of football teams, man. We really take the heart out of football teams. Like aggressive, physical.
For real. You're speaking facts, Trey. And like a lot of people about our line, like, oh, they just think it's just the best because like you try to compare to other good lines. You're like, yeah, they got great pass blockers. Listen, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, our line is a run blocking line first.
It's a run blocking team. We a run blocking team.
Really good at pass blocking because they're 6'8", 360-pound, beasts on the outside, and then you got these monsters at guard, and then you got the little, Jason Kelsey, who's just a wizard because he makes guys way bigger than him end up on the ground every single play, and he's fast, just as fast as any linebacker on the field. So it's a cheat code, man. Our line is a cheat code.
They don't understand. That's the football game. Finesse never beat physicality, bro. Finesse never. Why you think Peyton Manning and them in Indianapolis, they lost all them football games to the Patriots in the playoffs? Because they was getting punched in their mouth. They weren't used to seeing that. They weren't used to seeing no Teddy Bruschi flying down there killing their guards and stuff like that. They wasn't used to seeing nothing like that. They used to just sit back in the pocket all pretty and trying to pick people apart. But once you start bringing them wolves up there, and the best asset we got is we don't got to rush. We don't got to rush 5, 6. Our front 4 get it done. They'll get it done. They'll have Pat Mahomes run. There's no passing lanes when you got 7 people in coverage. It's so hard to pass. So it's like, bro, well, I feel like we got the advantage. Like I said, the only advantage they really have is Patrick Mahomes. That's the only advantage they really have. And is that even really an advantage? This is like, I mean,
because
I feel like we the better football team. I feel like we the better football team. We way more physical than these dudes. We really can do whatever we want to this defense. I feel like we can. Y'all want to try to shut the pass down, we're going to run. Y'all want to try to shut the run down, we can throw it. It's like, it's pick your poison with this team, bro. It's pick your poison with this team.
We got the number 1 weapon, too. Look at that. That's what happened. We got dominated off the line. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're what? Fourth, and I give the Giants, the Steelers, the Cowboys a little credit, but fourth, including the playoffs, 27 out of 31 on third and fourth and one attempts. Everybody knows that we've only got stopped in that quarterback sneak one time all year long. Meaning we can go 3 yards a pop if that's what you want us to do. We can go back and back 3 yards a pop to get to fourth and one. Quarterback sneaking, let's reset that again and go score a touchdown. That's what we can do. We build like that.
For sure.
Y'all can't stop our running game, period. We've been one of the best running teams in the league the last 2 years. And y'all forget. Y'all sleep on us so much, man. This is about to be a blow-up. I'm telling you. I hate saying it. It sounds cocky, but I'm cocky anyway. But this is about to be a blowout again. These guys are not on our level.
Y'all seen what happened to that Kansas City football team when they play physical teams? Y'all remember that Super Bowl against the Buccaneers? The Buccaneers D-line destroyed that whole football game, that whole game plan. And we got the kind of defensive line because we 10 deep. We 10 deep. I started for Reddick, Hassan Reddick, Javon Hargreaves, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat. Then you rolling in Jordan Davis, Sue, Linval Joseph, Robert Quinn. Bro, then you got
Milton even seen Quinn yet. I think he might be the surprise.
We like 10 deep. We 10 deep. Once the first four come out, the other four dogs come in. Brandon Graham. We got 4 more dogs coming in after that. And then 2 more after that. Like, we too deep, bro. We too deep. And we put so much stress on defenses because you rolling in all these fresh dudes. Y'all forgotten Dominican Sue was a dog. He was a dog.
He put out Josh Johnson last week.
He was a dog in Detroit. He was a dog in Tampa Bay. All that, bro. He's still a dog, bro. And he playing less snaps, so he way more fresh. He could just get off the football, just attack.
I'm gonna live on Joseph too. Dog.
Milton Williams is underrated. He's a dog, bro.
Dog.
He gets so much pressure on the quarterback. And you don't even peep it because he's not getting all the flashy sacks and all that. But the dude is a dog in the run game, and he puts so much pressure on quarterbacks on third down. It's like, bro, we so deep, we don't even talk about dudes like that. But Milton Williams in that game, he a game changer too.
No one talk about him too.
You said who? Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
No one talk about. Ready for this. Built for this. It's crazy, guys. It is crazy how people think this is about to be a game. I don't see it, man. I just do simple math. And a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, they got the better quarterback." I think different, but if you want to say Patty's better, I can argue that. Go ahead. Oh, they got the better tight end. Complete tight end. I really want to give it to Goddard because Goddard's one of the best run blocking tight ends in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Number one in Yak. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing, and he got elite receivers on the outside, and AJ and Smitty that takes a lot of the balls and attention away from him. So he don't get as many opportunities as Travis Kelce. But I'll give it to Travis too. Go ahead. Oh, we got the best DT. I don't know if I really want to give it to you. He didn't lead the league in sacks at the end of the season. He was first team All-Pro. He's a stud. He's been doing it for a long time. Okay, one player. Nick Bolton's not no elite linebacker.
They got Frank Clark. I ain't gonna sleep on Frank Clark either. He a game record too.
He's good, yeah. Didn't he win Super Bowl with Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clark, veteran. But the comparison of Clark, you might as well put him and Linval Joseph on the same page. They both won Super Bowls. They're both older, big players.
Mm-hmm.
Same dude. Dominican Sue's been a freak of nature since he stepped on a football field. And like you said, not having to play full time, he has been dominating this whole playoffs. One player too that I haven't seen too much of the media even talk about this player who could have the biggest game.
Who?
Josh Sweat.
Yeah, sweaty, yup.
How many even interviews that I have you even seen Josh on TV?
Nope.
Have you anybody even talk about, oh, let's watch out for Josh Sweat? The dude's double-digit sacks.
Monster.
Beast. It's crazy. How are you going to block these guys is what I want to know. You can't double-team none of them.
Can't double team none of them.
Reddick has been playing like a man on fire.
Reddick feeling that disrespect, man. Y'all disrespecting this dude. He's showing y'all.
And I
He's
told
showing
him,
y'all for sure.
when I had the content creators for the Chiefs on, and we did a little game preview, they're like, yeah, we're going to slow you guys down. I'm like, how is that even possible, man? Like,
You tell just gonna use the quick game all game. Y'all could do that. But eventually we're gonna tip one of them passes and pick them off or something. It's hard to put together long drives on us. Y'all, this is what y'all not understanding. If y'all gonna score, y'all gotta score quick. Cause y'all ain't putting together no long drives on us, bro. Y'all offensive line gonna get too tired, first of all. Cause we rolling in 8 deep with 2+. They gonna get tired. Y'all gonna run tempo all game. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Talent trump coaching. It trump all that, bro. When you got talent, especially on that front line on both sides, you dominate in the trenches, bro. It's a different ball game, and we motivated right now.
So motivated.
We motivated right now because they see all the disrespect. NFL, y'all shouldn't have did that. Y'all shouldn't have did that. Now these dudes really got something to play for. They gotta play for Nick Sirianni. They gotta play for Sean Reddick, Brandon Graham, Jalen Hurts. They feel that disrespect. You see it all on Twitter, all that. They feel that disrespect, bro. We coming for blood.
Niners, oh, we could have torched you guys. We could have lit you guys up if we'd had our quarterback. You act like your quarterback didn't start the game.
Right.
There's a huge difference from a guy who doesn't start the game because he got an injury in the game before, so we can go into the next game talking about like when Jalen Hurts got hurt and we put in Gardner Minshew. You knew Gardner Minshew was starting. We could say, oh, we didn't have our quarterback. We could have won that game. But you guys had your quarterback in the game. He got injured from the pressure, from these Bulls hitting him. You put your backup in. He got injured because of the heat that we put on this defense, man.
Right.
Nobody's been – the only offensive line, to be honest, that I can even say that could probably even block us is our own offensive line, and they're on our team, so.
No, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
That would be a good matchup to see, you know, the guys on the other side go against, you know, Kelsey, Lane, you know, Landon, and these boys up front. That would be a good matchup to see. I didn't think they'd stop them all the time.
I want to see what kind of game plan they're going to come into it. Like, what game plan y'all going to put together for 4 quarters to stop this defensive line? Like, y'all first 15 probably going to be gold. Like, you know, Andy Reid going to pull out all the stops. But after them just go past, and don't let us hop on your ass early. We hop on y'all early, it's a wrap.
That's the number one thing they said that cannot happen. They said, if they're Andy Reid,
we hop on your ass
you better
early,
receive the ball first and score a touchdown.
Bro.
Don't receive the ball and get 3 and out. Receive the ball and go score a touchdown ASAP.
And we got to force y'all to drop back every play. We get to a point where we force y'all to drop back every play. That game over. That game is over. We get a comfortable 14, 17-point lead on y'all, and y'all got to drop back every pass. Y'all ain't going to be able to block us. Y'all can't get crafty. Y'all got to throw the football. Y'all can't run it. Now, it's straight drop back. That's what we did to every team this year. Every team we played this year. We hopped on their ass early. Now what? Y'all got to fight to come back now. So what y'all got to do? Y'all got to throw the football, right? Bro, I want to see what game plan Kansas City going to bring into this game, bro. Y'all want to try to turn this into a shootout? Or what y'all going to do? Y'all going to try to do ball control? Like, what? How y'all going to
We got the goddamn best secondary in the game.
How y'all gonna get this done?
All-Pro, Pro Bowler, Darius Slade, Bradbury, and y'all forgot that whenever Charlie Gunnar Johnson and Madison are both playing in the game, our secondary has been completely shut down.
But what y'all gonna do once we start getting up in we start getting up in them receivers' faces, pressing run? I mean, like no throwing lanes no more. Now, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do?
And I'm not saying they couldn't dink and dunk their way down the field for a touchdown. I'm saying that's not going to last all game long when you got rookie cornerbacks on A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I promise you, one of them getting deep.
It's hard to do that for a full game, like to just dink and dunk down the field. Like, it's hard to do that. And Patrick Mahomes not that kind of quarterback. It's like he gonna take some shots, and that's when we gonna capitalize on him. He gonna make some. Pat Mahomes, he gonna give you at least 2 or 3, maybe even 4 opportunities to catch an interception. Because the dude is a gunslinger.
The guy that could have been defensive player of the year, Charlie Gunnar Johnson. Yeah, he'll be right there waiting for you, Patty. This dude's hungry. They're like trying to talk to him about next year re-signing with the Eagles. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. We got a game to play this week.
But Pat Mahomes, I get what you're saying, Jay. But Pat Mahomes is looking deep the shirt every time. He will check the football down, but he's not gonna have that much time to really observe the field like y'all think he is. He gonna look deep. If you watch Pat Mahomes, he looking for the big play every time. And then if it ain't there, then he'll check it down. But he's looking for the big play. He gonna have like 1 to 2, maybe 3 seconds in that pocket, bro. Before
not even that much. Our defensive line don't give up that much time, man. Like that is the disadvantage for Patty Mahomes playing the Eagles defense. It's a disadvantage. Patty is known for extending plays and making miracles happen. Extending the play against this defensive line will get you killed. Body bag by halftime, which is my hot take. He don't make it to halftime playing patty ball. I promise you. Food's about to get popped in his mouth over and over and over again. And he got a bum ankle. Come on. I don't wish nobody no injuries or nothing, but you're not going to be able to get away from these guys, man. It's too much sauce. For real. The defensive line's about to eat and eat well. I wouldn't be surprised if we break the all-time sack record this game. We're 5 away. I can see 5 sacks from Patty Mahomes. That's his game. He likes to hold the ball. And
he likes to hold the football. That's where he make his money at. Holding on to the football. Jumping around trying to be Houdini. Until Hassan Reddick come with that strip sack. Get that out of there. Change the whole football game.
And then BG.
Josh Sweat come with that strip sack. Boom. Change the whole football game. Hargraves right up the middle, hitting him in his face. Boom. Change the whole football game. And Dominican Sue, you know he nasty. He get a chance to put his hands on Pat Mahomes, he gonna do him dirty.
Bury him.
He gonna do him dirty. So I mean, it's cool when you got a pass rushing defense, but we got a nasty defensive line. There's a difference. These dudes is looking to hurt people. They not playing around with Pat Mahomes this week. Go ahead, try to sit in that pocket, do all that bouncing around, look cute. We're going to slam you right on your head. Boom. Game over.
Quinn.
Nasty.
Sue. Limbaugh. They did not sign that deal not to win a chip. They knew they could be healthy for this game.
KC went 35-24. Let's go, Big Simp.
That sounds like a hater.
Let's go, Big Simp.
That sounds like a hater. You got money on that symbol? I'm telling you, it's not going to even be that close. It's not, guys. Don't let the media hype you up. You know, don't let no Chiefs fans hype you up. This is about to be a massacre. The disrespect was real this year. Super real. No other team in the history of football has been disrespected this hard than our Philadelphia Eagles. Not one. ever. I've seen teams get more respect than done less.
Mm-hmm.
Much less than what we done this year.
Yep.
They act like we didn't just win a Super Bowl. Like they're still stuck on that whole whatever many years it took us to get to it.
Bro, that Bengals team get more respect than we get. That Bengals team that just lost last year. That just lost in the Super Bowl last year. They get way more respect than we did.
The Buffalo Bills get more respect than we do.
Buffalo Bills ain't did nothing in years. More respect than we did. Than we do.
Wow.
They calling everybody on their team the best this, the best that. Bro, we got the best. We the best at damn at every position. Damn at every position. We could go through the positions, bro. To be honest, we could go through the positions. Miles Sanders, top 5 back this year. Jalen Hurts, top 3 quarterback this year. AJ Brown, top 5 wide receiver this year. Devontae Smith, top 5, top 10 wide receiver this year.
Right.
Dallas Goedert, top 5 tight end this year.
Right.
Jason Kelsey, number 1 center in the NFL. Lane Johnson, number 1 right tackle, number 1 tackle in the NFL. Jeremiah Lauder, top 10. Landon Dickerson, top 10. Hassan Reddick, top 3. Hargraves, top 3 at his position. Josh Sweat, top 5, top 10. Bro, TJ Edwards, top 10. Close to the top 5.
Secondary number 1.
Darius Slay. Bradbury. Bro, top 2 cornerback. Top number 1 cornerback combination in the NFL. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, top 3 safety. Bro, we just nasty. We just different.
We are built different than the rest. There's levels to this game, and no one in the NFL, no one is on our level, man. People hate when I say it, but I believe it so much, man. I believe it so much. I believed it earlier in the preseason when I first told you guys, and we weren't even still missing a couple of these players that we got. We didn't even have Limbaugh then. We didn't have Sue then.
Right.
We have Charlie Johnson. But the team we have before those guys were even added to the team, I already told you this is where we're going to be, and this is what we're going to be doing. Guys, it was clear then. My deal was like, were the coaches going to take the next step? You know?
Right.
I knew it.
That was my biggest fear, too, the coaches.
The players, but were the coaches going to take that next step? And obviously, voila, they did. Was Jalen going to take the next step? He damn sure did that. He did 3 steps forward. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Not to worry about Eagles fans. Like I said, it's only parade talk from here on out. Like, you on a parade or you're not? What are you wearing to the parade? Where you're going to be at the parade? Because I guarantee come Monday or come Sunday night, it's going to be where the parade, when we going, who we going with. Because this is about to be a chip coming home, baby. They're not good enough. They're just not. And I no disrespect to those guys at all. They're the best AFC team in the league. Might even be the second best team in the league. But they're not us. They're not us.
Every team we played, for real, y'all said it was the biggest test for us. Y'all said Minnesota was the biggest test for us. We fried them.
Fried them.
Said Dallas was a big test for us. We fried them the first game.
Fried them.
Y'all said who else? Who else y'all said? Tennessee, fried them. Green Bay, fried them. San Francisco, fried them. Like, come on, bro. Everything we got, everything that y'all they put in front of us, we did what we were supposed to do, man.
We won every time.
You gotta exclude those 2 games with Minshew in, but other than that, everything they put in front of us, we destroyed. Everything. Come on, bro. Like we build playing on a different level. Playing on a different level than all these other teams in the NFL, bro.
Go get you some We Build Different merch. It's in my store. Go get you some. I'm telling you. We build different. Whole nother level. Whole nother level. And guess what, guys? We're blessed. Because after we win a Super Bowl, I can see us being back here next year. With the youth, the talent we have on this roster. You know, Howie made a mistake the first Super Bowl, which wasn't a mistake because we won it, right? But the mistake was he based the team solely on, veteran players.
Veteran players, free agency, stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah.
This year,
time he was smart.
we got a plethora of young guys. It's like, even if Kelsey retired, I mean, he's the best center in the game. You got a young dude sitting behind him learning. He just as physical, just as nasty as Kelsey. So it's like, bro, we set up for years to come. AJ Brown locked in. Sean Reddick locked in. Slay still locked in. It's like, bro, how are we gonna do what he do? We're gonna lose some players this offseason for sure.
But I don't think it's gonna be as many as people really think it's gonna be, just because the salary cap just went up. And you can give Howie $5 million, he can get you 3 players. He's a genius with it. We got the best GM in football to help us. We're not Dallas. We're not these other organizations that can't keep it going. We've been in the playoffs the last 6 out of 7 years. Think about that, guys. When you've seen all that homegrown talent, when I put that list up, there's a reason. We've been in the playoff 6 out of 7 years. Wrap that around your head. How many other teams been in playoffs 6 out of last 7? No matter where we got knocked out at, but we've been there. That's a normal for us. Going to the playoffs is normal for the Eagles. We're the most winning team since 2000. Come on, guys. Make it make sense. Why is there so much hate? Why is there so much doubt for our football team? But I do thank you guys for all the hate. I promise you, we're about to go mollywop these boys in Arizona. It's not going to be good. You remember that one game? Who was it playing that one Super Bowl? I think it was the Niners, Chargers. I think Chargers had Nathan Means, and he was like balling out that year, and everybody thought.
Oh yeah, that was the Niners. They beat them by like 40.
Right? Good game, but it's about to be the best game we ever watched. You know what I'm saying? And then the Niners went in there and just blow them out. It's gonna be something like that.
Super Bowl hangover coming. You can say that about Kansas City too. They won a Super Bowl more recently than we did.
Listen, guys, Kansas City been in the division championship or the Super Bowl and only won 1 out of 5 times, guys. One game. Does that sound familiar? Andy Reid took the Eagles to 5 straight NFC championships, 1 Super Bowl. We should have won that 1 Super Bowl. Don't get me started on that conspiracy stuff. But only 1. So, yeah, you can say that 1 we should have won. Okay, that's the one that Patty won. He did the exact same thing with another team. That's all he done. He did the exact same thing. But that's no dynasty. Don't let these guys gas them up. They ain't no dynasty football team. If you're not first, you're last. And that's how it is. If you don't win a Super Bowl, you're just as good as the guy drafted first the next year. And not only that, speaking of draft, we have a top 10 pick and 2 in the first next year. Talking about building? Could even be better next year. There's always free agents. There's always going to be a veteran waiting to get that call mid-season to come help a team out. How he always seems to find them. It's about to be a dynasty, guys. It's going to look oh so sweet. Sweet.
Damn, why you want to injure people, man? Why can't this be a clean game?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's cute, but we won't even have to do it, Jay. We won't. That's just going to happen regardless. Mahomes will be running for his life, or he's going to be hurt by halftime. I'm telling you. He even admitted last game he couldn't move around. I'm telling you, that high ankle sprain ain't no joke. I know he got some good medical staff. That high ankle sprain ain't no joke, man.
Nah, that's facts, Dink. The Giants went to the playoffs. They beat the Vikings, and they just ran into a juggernaut. We like I said, we did it to everybody they put in front of us, bro. We made them look average. Like, come on, man.
Like, do you guys know, like, we didn't even give up points in this, what was it, the second and third quarter or something? Or was
In
it,
none of the games.
second and third quarter, like all year. And that's why we led the league in points in those quarters. Like, you got lucky in the beginning, you might have scored a little something at the end. But that's a year worth of gameplay like that all season long. Everybody expects us to fall off the cliff. We never did. We never batted an eye. We just kept playing. Our worst games, we were still winning football games. Think about it, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, dynasty is. That's what I'm saying. They're not no dynasty. Everybody keeps thinking, oh, the Chiefs, they've been there. They've been there, experience. We got experience too. We still got 7 players from the Super Bowl we won 5 years ago. How many years back was that Chiefs Super Bowl? 3, 4? Like 4 years ago? So around the same time we won a Super Bowl. And we still got players from that team that's going to make impacts this game. Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Dogs, Sam Alu, Isaac. It's going to be nice, man. It's going to be nice, man. But before we get out of here, what are some of your storylines, man, that you really like? You know what I'm saying? I think one of my favorite definitely is this one, the Kels Bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how awesome would that be? You and your brother, first time ever to play in a Super Bowl together. You know, us being parents, like, how would you feel about this game? And you have both of your kids in it.
Oh, my God, bro. It'd be so stressful. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's going to be so stressful because you're going to be happy whoever win, but you're going to be sad for the other guy. You got to go, I mean, be happy, cheer with him, and get the other one a hug because he upset. It's like, bro, it's so stressful. Like, it's so stressful, bro. But at the end of the day, you got 2 sons in the NFL, man. You don't got to worry about nothing for the rest of your life.
And, like, the best at their positions.
Best at their positions, both of them. Both of them.
On the best teams in the whole league.
It's just a blessing just seeing stuff like that. It's like, damn, you had 2 sons, the best at their positions. They both playing in the Super Bowl. They both already got Super Bowl rings. You don't never got to worry about money for the rest of your life. It's like, whoa, you just living a lavish life right now. It's like, shit. Mom don't got to ask for nothing. She pull out, swipe that card. We rich. Like, no, bro. It's like, at the end of the day, y'all financial situation better. You got 2 sons doing what they love to do, making money out this world. They got their little podcast going. It's #1 in I think in the country,
in the
right
world.
Now. Yeah, in the world.
Like, podcast in the world, not just sports.
It's like, bro, you did a great job with these 2 boys, man. It's like, shit. And you got nothing to complain about. You don't got to work ever again in your life. You just traveling around, going from this football game to that football game. It's like, bro, Mom living a life right now. Like,
now, as a parent, the major question is, who are you talking to first after the game? The winner or the loser?
You got to talk to the loser first, man. You got to. You got to go console them. I mean, see how they feeling and all that. And then you go celebrate afterwards. So, but you definitely got to talk to the loser first.
And I was telling that boy too, but I know I had Darius Dalton on the show. Shout out to Big Darius. And he was like, you know what? I'll go to the winner first. He goes, you know why? Because that loser's going to be so mad. He's going to need some time to cool off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You give him a space so he can, you know, cool off before you go and just go celebrate, you know, with the winner. And you come back to, you know, the loser and say, hey, man, you had a good game, but at least give him some time to cool off. He won't be in his feelings as much, a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I did start with I'll go loser first because you want to give them some love and they're going to be celebrating all night. I'm thinking, you know, that actually makes some sense, you know? And and when you're in a game like that, it's so joyful because no matter which team wins, you're excited because you're rooting for both teams. You know what I'm saying? So you're just like, oh, that's awesome. Why would you want to go to that negative mode right after the game? I kind of want to wait before I start thinking about any kind of negative there, and I'll just be like really happy and go, basically she gonna be hanging out with Kelsey after the game. Basically, what I'm saying.
You gotta walk up, give her a hug, man. Walk up, give him a hug. It's gonna be okay.
I give him a hug like up and feel like, hey, I'll talk to you later.
I'm gonna go find my winner son. Like, yeah, son.
Right?
I mean, I'll talk to you back at the crib or something, man.
Hey. Go take a cold shower.
Right. Go take your loser ass home. I'm about to go party. I'm about to go party with the winner. I'll see you back at the crib.
I love you, son. I love you. Don't forget that. Yeah, man.
That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Even with like the McCourty brothers playing on the same team and winning the Super Bowl.
There's a lot of brothers in the NFL, man. So many that play at high levels, man. Look at the Bosa brothers.
Even Stephon and Trayvon Diggs, bro.
Yeah.
I know their parents proud of them.
It's like Bosa, the Watts brothers. Like the three of them. There's some nice ones. There's some nice talent. Talent in the NFL, man. And the NFL's only gonna get better, guys. Keep getting better, bigger, better. The more money they bring into there, the more star powers will get. I think they're starting to go overseas and everything like that. So, we're here prime time. Like all these other teams, the Niners, the Cowboys, they had their years, man. They had their years. Just like we had our years back in the 40s, the 60s. When the Eagles won championships that wasn't called Super Bowls, and we had to wait patiently for our turn to come back around. Well, guess what, guys? That time is now.
I don't see this team going away for a minute, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see him going away for a minute. It's just the way how he's constructed his roster, the way he got the future set up. We got 2 first-round draft picks next year. 2 of them. We really got we could pick. I mean, we got a pick of the litter for real. We got Nakobe Dean sitting in the wing. Jared Davis only gonna get better. He's only gonna get better. This is his first year. He done went through his rookie season. Next year, he's gonna be a monster. He probably gonna be. He make Fletcher Cox expandable. They're gonna teach this dude how to pass rush, how to bend a little bit more, and stuff like that in the offseason. He gonna turn into a dominant player in the NFL. He gonna give me that. He gonna be like kind of like that Haloti Nada. You remember Haloti Nada from Brainz? Big, fast, physical dude. He gonna be. They gonna turn him into a Haloti Nada. He gonna be a dog in the middle of that. Then you got Blankenship. Blankenship gonna be a starting safety next year for us. Epps might be gone. Blankenship gonna be a starting safety. Dude balled out. He really a ball hawk. He everywhere the football at.
He's crazy. That hit stick we put on Deebo Samuels, that was epic.
And you got Zach. If we do lose Bradbury, you got Zach McPherson sitting in the wing. You got Josh Jobe sitting in the wing. You got all these dudes sitting in the wing, waiting for their turn. You don't think they sitting back watching these dudes dominate? They like, damn, bro, they make it look easy. That make you better. That kind of experience make you better. So shout out to Howie Roseman, man. Like Miller Williams.
We got all these players coming off. I'm like, really, there's only a couple of key ones you need to get back.
Miller Williams gonna be a dog next year. Y'all understand? He's gonna be a dog. He's gonna get bigger. He's gonna get faster. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna be a dog next year. I don't know about
Marlon too. Hey, Marlon was a dog this year.
You can't even see the film.
Those first 4 games I think Marlon played this year, he was a beast. He was actually making plays. And I told everybody, once he got healthy, it's both of those guys. You think about this, it was Marlon and Hufanga from San Francisco. I'm a USC fan. I watched these boys all 4 years.
Yeah, they was hooping over there at USC.
Yeah. They were the only 2 players in that defense. They both came into the league kind of hurt, kind of beat up because they were the only ones making plays, really. And then you see Hufanga have a all right year, but then next year he's an All-Pro. And even this year, Marlon was balling out before he got hurt. So next year, healthy, Marlon's about to beast out. I'm telling you, he's a dog too. He's another dog. Like, we're so deep at that line. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are positions? Like, for me, the number one priority is to be getting Miles Sanders back. Because I don't feel like we have another Miles Sanders on the team. I love Kenny Gainwell. I love Boston
Him and
Scott.
Jalen Hurts go hand in hand, bro.
Yeah.
I've been telling people that all year. They
Yeah.
go hand in hand. They make the offense so more dangerous. Because if you're trying to play Hurts on every option, Miles could break it. Like, he could break that 60-yarder and score a touchdown on you. I mean, y'all gonna focus on Miles. Hurts, Paulette, they go hand in hand. Gainwell, good back, but I don't feel like he's gonna be able to withstand what Miles withstand.
He's not Miles. You know, like, even last year, Eagle fans try to do that. Oh, Howard. Oh, let's bring Howard back. Howard's better than Miles. No, he was never. When Miles was out and Howard did his thing those couple of games, as soon as Miles came back, he showed y'all why he was better. Yeah, less carries, more yards. That's what he is. He's a get home run hitter. There's not too many Miles Sanders in the game, okay? Like, there's not too many guys that average over 5 yards a carry his whole career. You know, you keep giving them the ball. You keep him, Jalen, and AJ. If you keep those three and Smitty, keep those four together for as long as you need to, you got an offense that's going to put up big points and score some touchdowns. You know, and he's my number one priority in free agency. I know people like to say, you know, Bradbury. They like to say Hargrave, but I'm saying those guys are replaceable via draft or backup. You know, a linebacker, I'm not worried about it because, you know, we're going to probably get one or the other, whoever wants, you know, the least amount of money out of White and Edwards. But then you got a guy like Nakobe Dean coming in to finally play. You know, like I said, I do want CJ. You got to get him back. He has to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we don't have to get else. Kayvon played better this end of the season, too.
We got Maddox locked up. It's like,
You got Maddox already locked up. You got Goddard locked up. AJ locked up. You know, we got the team ready, locked and loaded for years to come. So don't be surprised if we become the next dynasty in this NFL, man. For real.
And the scary part is, well, all the players we talking about, we gonna lose.
Right.
The scary part is, all the players we talking about, we might lose next year. We gonna reload and bring in more talent.
Yeah.
We got all the assets to bring in more talent. Bro, Howie Roseman did his thing setting this up.
Yeah. For a long time.
Like I said, we're gonna be there for years. We're gonna be a problem for years to come.
Yeah. So, man, go ahead and give me some hot takes. Let's go ahead and wrap the show. We're 2 hours deep. Shout out to every guy. All you guys still rocking with us, man. Hit that like, subscribe to both channels, man. We definitely be putting out fire content. We're definitely gonna be rebooting this. I know Tone the Shields kind of got a little bit busy, but the Burbank podcast, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna reboot this up. We're gonna keep it going. You know, this is episode 19. We're gonna keep going with it. So make sure you guys lock in with all of us. Just hit that like, you know, hit that subscribe on all channels. You know, go get you some merch. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there. Go get you some We Build Different merch. If you believe like us and understand that we are built different, go get you some merch, man, for sure. Give me a hot take and give me a score prediction.
All right, hot take. The past 2 playoff games, we've been jumping on dudes early, dominating, and finishing it off with the run game. We really didn't have to do too much. We really didn't have to feature no wide receivers. It was smooth. This game, I feel like this gonna be Jalen go-off game. This gonna be Jalen go-off game. I think he's gonna throw for at least over 320 yards and more than 3 touchdowns, and he's gonna rush for 1. So I feel like Jalen Hurts is gonna be the MVP of this Super Bowl. He's going to put on a performance of a lifetime against that Chiefs defense. My score prediction is Philadelphia Eagles 34, Kansas City 27.
Nice. I'm with you with that one, Trey. I think the Eagles and Nick and them like kind of set it up too. You know, you think about, like you said, you look at those first couple games. We ran the ball both games and still put up big points. You have to game plan for that, period. You know, that's how we won our first 2 playoff games with those big guys. I do believe Jalen Hurts, you know, my hot take is Jalen Hurts going to finally hit that 400-yard mark. 400 yards passing, you know, 2-3 touchdowns, regardless on air, ground, whatever. But 400 yards passing for sure. And like the book of Hurt will finally end this second chapter with a Super Bowl championship. You know what I'm saying? Like Hurts is about to win Super Bowl MVP. He's about to put he gonna make you think, did we really just pick Patrick Mahomes over Jalen Hurts? Did we really make that mistake this year? Because he threw for 5,000 yards? Did we really make the mistake and not give the right player the MVP? Because we all know Jalen Hurts is the true MVP, man. And that is my hot take. And I've been telling you guys all week long, this is about to be a rout. It's about to be a blowout. The Eagles will win 42-17.
Sheesh.
Game over by halftime. The rest is just going to be Gardner Minshew might even have a touchdown too. You're going to see Gardner play this game. It's not going to be because Hurts is hurt. It's going to be because the Eagles will dominate that much, man. I'm telling you, it's about to be over. And I feel like all the disrespect is what makes it a rout. So we made it to 38 a couple of times. We made it to 31 a lot. We made it to 38 a couple of times. But it's going to be that 40 burger just for the disrespect. When the Eagles can pull their players, they're not going to do it. They're going to keep it going. And they're going to let it all out on the Kansas City Chiefs. And you're like, dang, the Eagles are up 28-7. They still got their starters in. Yep. Starter's still in. Still slapping in your face. Patty Mahomes might be out. Oh, they pulled Patty out in the third quarter. Yep, the starters are still in, slapping you in your damn face for all the disrespect.
Yep.
And that's what they need to do. Because all year long, we were like, the Eagles could have blew out teams way worse than we did this year. We shut it down. We were shutting it down in the second quarter. How many games? Like 5-6 games this year. But we shut it down in the second quarter. All right, we're done. Just run the ball, hand it off. Go. Tight, go. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that we're going to get the credit we deserve. Thinking we were going to get the credit we deserve of being the elite team in the league. We didn't get it. So I'm telling you, in this Super Bowl, we're about to light their ass up. Light their ass up. 42-17 Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly on that one. For sure. So, hey, always a pleasure with you. We definitely got to get this. We're also bringing back, I'm trying to see, since we're bringing back Bird Brain Podcast, we might just mix it in with, Birds on the Line. And just have the Bird Brain call-in shows. Some will be call-in shows, and some will just be, us getting up here talking our football like we like to do. And we might be looking for a special new co-host, too. So don't look out for that. But until then, me and One Trey going to do it because you know how we rock. So he's One Trigger Trey Rock. I am your boy, BG31. And we are Bird Brain Podcast. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good?